Mexican legend Barrera praises Sheffield's Naseem Hamd. Marco Antonio Barrera has fought some of boxing's biggest names, but the Mexican great says Sheffield's Naseem Hamd was the hardest man he ever faced. Barrera, who retired in 2011 after a 75-fight career, shared the ring with legends including Eric Morales, Manny Pacquiao, and Juan Manuel Marquez. Yet when asked by the Ring magazine to name his standout opponent, Barrera was quick to single out Hamd, the man he famously defeated in Las Vegas in 2001. It would definitely be Naseem Hamd, because he made it extremely difficult to hit him. Barrera told the Ring he would come around from different angles, his boxing approach would be different from the rest, and he stood out from the rest. His punching ability from different positions and an overall tough guy to get a good, solid hit on. Barrera's unanimous decision victory over Hamd remains one of the finest performances of his career. The bout, staged at the MGM Grand, ended the unbeaten record of the flamboyant Winco fighter who had been world featherweight champion since 1995 and was widely regarded as one of Britain's most exciting talents. The Mexican master's disciplined, technical display nullified Hamd's wild power and unorthodox style, frustrating the South Yorkshireman throughout 12 one-sided rounds. It was a humbling experience for Hamd, whose confidence and showmanship had made him a polarizing figure on both sides of the Atlantic. Streaming network DZN recently revisited the fight, noting the contrasting reactions Hamd's style provoked among boxing fans. Hamd's approach was adored by some fans as they marveled at how he could taunt world-class fighters with his hands down before springing into action and knocking them out, it recalled. But Hamd also had the ability to irritate the public at times due to his tendency to focus more on posing and posturing rather than throwing many punches. He could also rub people up the wrong way with his bold comments whenever he grabbed the microphone before or after fights. Hamd was finally beaten in 2001 by Mexico's Marco Antonio Barrera, and some fans were delighted to see him brought down a peg or two. Hamd fought only once more after that loss, defeating Spain's Manuel Calvo in 2002 before announcing his retirement at the age of 28. Barrera, meanwhile, continued to cement his reputation as one of Mexico's modern greats, winning further world titles and engaging in classic battles with Pacquiao and Morales. But more than 2 decades on, he still regards that night against Hamd as the defining performance of his career and his toughest test in the ring. Things you might not know about Barrera v. Hamd. The fight was delayed twice. Hamd had originally planned to face Barrera in late 2000, but contract disputes and venue issues pushed it back to April 2001. Barrera changed trainers just before the bout. He reunited with Rudy Perez, who had worked with him earlier in his career, specifically to prepare for Hamd's unorthodox style. Barrera fought with 8-ounce gloves instead of his preferred 10 ounces after Hamd's team insisted. BBC reported that around 8,000 British fans had made the trip to Las Vegas. Hamd's elaborate ring entrance took nearly 10 minutes. He descended to the ring on a magic carpet to the sound of Prince Naseem chants, longer than the first round itself. In the final round, Barrera shoved Hamd's head into a corner pad, earning a point deduction, the only blemish on an otherwise masterful display. Hamd earned a reported £8.5 million for the bout, his biggest career purse.